All right, so number 18. Which statement is true about g of x is equal to x squared minus 576? We've got a number, we've got a difference, we've got a quadratic, and we've got a difference. So that's going to let me think that this is probably a difference of squares. So I'm going to see if 576 is a perfect square. So second square root, 576. Oh, look at that. It is. So that means that this is going to be x minus, we said that the perfect square is 24, times x plus 24. And x is equal to, the zeros of the graph are negative 24 and positive 24. So that eliminates all of these answers except for h, because h is the only one that has a negative 24 and positive 24. Has the factors when we set that equal to 0, so we're good to go. All right. Which graph best represents our inequality? I'm going to solve for y. So I'm going to move my 54 over. So this is going to become 54 minus 4x less than or equal to 6y. I'm going to divide by 6, divide by 6, divide by 6. 54 divided by 6 will give me 9. So this becomes 9 minus 4 divided by 6. That's going to give me a fraction, so that's going to be 2/3 x less than or equal to y. I can eliminate all of my answer choices. I can eliminate C because that has a dashed line, and I can eliminate B because that also has a dashed line. Our line in our inequality has a solid line, so that lets us know that we are going to have a solid line for our graph. Now, need to check my slope because both of these have different slopes. Rather, well, maybe not. Yep, they have different slopes. So this has a slope of negative 2/3. So I'm going to pick that point there. Oops. My apologies. That's what I get for not clicking that. Okay. Let me zoom in. Actually, it's going to be even easier because really I don't even need to look at my slope. On D, it has shaded below, and A, it has shaded above. So I'm going to check 0, 0. If I plug in 0, 0, so that's going to be 0, 9 minus 0 less than or equal to 0. So that's going to give me 9 less than or equal to 0. Is 9 less than or equal to 0? No, that's false. So that means that 0, 0 will not be shaded. Because 0, 0 will not be shaded, it has to be our answer choice A. Because if it was talking about D, then this would have given us a true result. And because it didn't give us a true result, then that's false. All right, number 21. The graph shows a linear relationship between the maximum area in square feet that can be painted and the number of gallons used. Which of these represents the rate of change, the maximum area painted represented to the gallons? So we're talking about area painted, change in area painted, over the number of gallons. So I'm going to pick a point there. We could have picked a different point, but I'm going to pick 400 over 1, which gives us a rate of 400 feet squared per gallon, which is our answer choice C. Really quite simple. Doesn't get much easier than that. All right, number 22. I have a quadratic. I have a perfect square of 81. I have a perfect square of x plus 7. So I'm just going to quite simply take the square root of both sides. That's going to give me x plus 7 is equal to plus or minus 9. Don't forget that plus or minus. Minus 7, minus 7. That's going to give me x is equal to 9 minus 7, or x is equal to negative 9 minus 7. 9 minus 7 is going to give me 2. And negative 9 minus 7 is going to give me negative 16, which is my answer choice, J. Be very careful. Look here. That's really close. The only difference between G and J are which one's negative and which one's positive. So pay attention to your signs. Number 23, this is really easy. Domain. So remember, I'm going to draw my frame. And let me do a highlighter. Domain, we're looking at all of the x values. My minimum domain value, my minimum x value is negative 1. So that's going to eliminate C. That's going to eliminate D. And really, if I just look at this without even talking about this further, look, here I have y value. So that's talking about our range. So this is definitely not going to be our answer choice. So our only possible answer choice left is A. But let's look at this. I start my minimum value here when I talk about all the values of x. Are from negative 3 to 3, or negative 1 to 3. It's really that simple. I will start number 24 in the next video. See you then.